can you just share your thoughts on the frequency of coaching in terms of, again, this obviously extracts out of the 2-day intensive.
Yeah.
So the frequency of coaching, whether that's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, that sort of would best align. And, don't limit it to those frequencies. Whatever frequency you think is ideal when you're talking about something that's more protracted, like not a 2-day intensive.
Yeah. So I think in the beginning, I think it is really important that somebody is meeting with you on a weekly basis, and having those conversations, because it's all very fresh in your mind. You've gone through, training, and then you're starting to apply these things. And so you want to be able to ask questions. You want to be able to get feedback around what you're doing. And so I think you need to be meeting at least on a weekly basis. I think that's really important. The other thing that I think is really important that goes along with that is there needs to be some type of peer mentor system set up within that organization. It shouldn't just be on, the consultant that you brought in to help fix the problem, but there needs to be something that's happening within that organization. The whole organization can't be full of bad leaders, right? Hopefully there's some people there that will do well. And so we need to understand who those people are. And those people need to take these new leaders and these younger leaders under their wing and help them and support them and provide them guidance. And, there's many different ways that they can do that. But the fact of it is just most of the time, it really is going to be about that new leader reaching out and saying, hey, how would you deal with this situation? And them sharing how they would deal with it and providing that to them. There needs to be something like that, some type of mentorship happening back and forth. And then I think that mentorship needs to switch often. I think that you shouldn't go for longer than 90 days with the same mentor. I think you need to switch to the next one and learn from them. And there needs to be this opportunity of learning over and over and over from different people within that organization. So definitely in the beginning, once a week, they need some coaching. After, at least 90 days, they need to be moving on to some type of mentorship, and then rotating through that mentor, program, at least for a year there. And then hopefully you've created some really great relationships through your mentoring also, and those will continue on.
I love that. The thing that really jumped out too is that you were talking about the peer mentorship, and I'm sort of gonna steal your words and twist them a little bit. And that is, I just said peer/leadership mentorship. That is, whoever that peer is could just be somebody parallel with you or in the program, but also, and necessarily should be, at least some of the leaders themselves should be those peers. So
yeah.
It brought up one other question that isn't on the list.
Yeah.
And it is, so given that they want to have that leadership, something I've thought of about exactly this is like, of course you need to have other people in the organization helping each other learn.
Yeah.
In terms of somebody has a question, so not just the leader reaches out and sort of does understanding questions. How do you think we should deal with this?
Yeah.
But when they go, and especially in a psychological safety environment of a good workplace, to be safe for them to ask a question. So when they can say, well, look, I'm stuck.